trying to establish their career to make more money from their little 4 rounds to eventually hopefully be able to get a championship bout. As a new referee transitioning into the professional ranks, you want to look at possibly joining a local commission. I first started out in the state of Maryland, and if your work is pretty good as an amateur, you are able to apply to some of the commissions. If they are in need of an official, then you might have to go through a little training period, whereas though that they might have you do something separate on the side, possibly come out and see you perform in the amateurs. And they may have you do a separate audition for them with one of the lead referees who's already been in the commission to check you out to see, will this be an asset for our commission? The expectations after joining such commission, you're going to have to do everything that Brent talked about as far as being on top of your game. You're going to have to prepare yourself. You're going to have to stay in shape. That fitness part is very important because you want to make certain that you are in position to cover the ring. The commissions, well, this will probably get off a little bit later when I talk about assignments. I want to go to the first part of once as a professional referee, when you get your assignment as a new professional ref, being prepared, that mental preparation. What is it? Who's the fighters that you have? Trying to create scenarios. And I do this myself. Brent talks about, when you first get into that ring, and I don't even from an amateur perspective, even at the professional level, sometimes you get little butterflies, and I know that as a former fighter. But once you get in, the bell ring, showtime. So it's natural to have some little butterflies before you get it. And I've been doing this even 21 years, and I still get in the ring sometimes. And you're like, okay, how is this thing going to go? So naturally, hopefully you did the night before, kind of prepared yourself mentally. What could I possibly encounter once I get into that square? If you're fortunate enough to know anything about the boxes that you might be officiating, then you already have a little bit of insight. This one particular fighter, he's a brawler. He's going to be coming. He's going to be holding. Somebody's going to be a little crafty with some tricks. Trying to spin a boxer to gain an advantage. One other fighter might be the one who might be more skilled, ring generalship. Going to be moving about. Somebody's going to be complaining, as Brent clearly states that you have some boxers. Ref, make sure you look out for this one. They're going to be doing X, Y, and Z. Well, legendary, man. Yeah, okay. Yeah, well, all of those are dynamics that you're going to have to deal with when you get inside that square. How are you going to handle it when it comes down? I even like to also think about, man, what happens if one of these jokers hits somebody, and as they go down, another punch comes. You got to have different kind of scenarios that you might play out in your mind that you're going to have to deal with. Because in this game, you only have that split second to make that call. So that mental preparation is always key. Brent said, we talking about having a prayer before the fight starts. You really want to be armored with something because you just never know how it might go in there. So, you want to look at, I like when Brent talked about positioning yourself in the ring. I also like to think in terms of when I'm in that square, how am I going to get in there to move around, to be prepared for the action as it might come. Any unexpected situation, will I be able to transition to get into